This was OBS's problem, not mine, trust me. This was actually OBS's problem. OBS dropped me for some reason. So, this wasn't me for once. OBS is quickly becoming not my exactly favorite software program in the world to use. Okay, so anyways, back here, look where I paused it. I paused it when this guy's got a big-ass spider on his face. How would you like a big-ass spider on your face? Who would if you're asking me who would win in a fight and I'm one of the people involved, then it's the other person who would win. There you go. So let's go back.
Like this could take place.
Satan, of course, firm believer in anarchy. No rules to be a Satanist. It's just anarchy. Looking through the lattice. Big ass snake. Hey, is that me?
The darkness of Satanism is spreading rapidly today.
And you will just get 12 copyright strikes just for that one song.
Especially among young people. We see the graffiti symbols everywhere. The evil influences bearing down on teenagers.
G.G. Allen shitting on people.
Lifestyles. The dimensions of this phenomenon have become alarming.
In this metroplex, it's my estimate that there's approximately 40,000 practicing Satanists in the
Metroplex.
metroplex.
What the fuck is a Metroplex? Is this the future? Ken McBride, former Satanist high priest. And he's just estimating. He's like, yeah, in this Metroplex, we got like 40,000 people that are Satanists. I don't really have tabs on it because, you know, they just come and go. And I just kind of keep one of those little counter things whenever somebody walks in and says, I love Satan. I'm like, I love Satan. I love Satan. I could be able to click a lot louder than that, but I can't anymore. That's about as loud as I can get. You lose a lot of things over time. And time has been hard on me. Because I haven't worshipped Satan nearly enough. But that's why they call them regrets. Because you redo them and you're regretful.
That does not include pagan organizations, druids, Wiccans, which...
Well, no, because you're talking about Satanists. So, of course, it would not include druids and Wiccans and elves. Would it include Catholics or Christians or Mormons? No, you're talking about Satanism, you dumbass.
...are of the right-hand path of witchcraft, not the left-hand path. dabbling in the occult.
How did that car get all the way up there on top of that billboard? I don't know. Things are really weird in this metroplex.
Occult in its various aspects in this metroplex would have to be over 100,000 individuals.
Ah, the Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex. We got 40 grand Satanists, 100 grand occultists. This is great. This is, yeah, if you donate to the stream, it does go to Satan. So I want you to know that your money is going to a very good and reliable cause. It's going to the 40,000. You know, for only $9.95 a month, you can feed one of 400 or 40,000 Satanists. Usually they just try to eat upside down crosses, but sometimes they flip right side up and they're like, ah, oh no, the symbol of the cross is hurting me because I'm a Satanist. I'm one of 39,999 Satanists. Ah, but if you donate just $400 a day to me, thank you very much, Vic Scud. You're a good person. Then you can help out the Satanists in the Metroplex area. Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area, of course. Satan does not accept Bitcoin. In fact, Bitcoin is Satan.
Now, that's a conservative estimate.
It's not going on in the schools to hear them tell, they're wearing blinders.
The video is out of sync. Wait, the video or the audio is out of sync? My audio? Because if this isn't working, and I'm just gonna, I'm gonna shit somebody's pants. Let me know if anybody else. I'm very slightly out of sync. Okay. Well, just don't look at my face. I remember her from the movie House 2. Remember she like flew up the chimney? Vicky Caldwell, Putnam County. Whoa, wait, whoa, hey, hold on a second. I got a question. Here. If there's so many Satanists in the Metroplex area, why do they have to go out to fucking Putnam County, Florida, to get an expert on Satanists?
What's going on? The teachers are more cooperative because they will call if they find no.
Drawing by teen special children. So what do we got going here? We got Satan's holding an orb. It looks like the orb of pubic hair. And he's also holding some sort of... Wait, no. He's going like this. I think it's a plunger. And there seems to be smoke coming out of his head. I don't know if that's Satan or not. He doesn't have a nose, but he does have, it looks like dreadlocks and some sort of little candelabra hanging off his little roby deal.
So they hear something going on, they will call us. Our department.
Is it? He drew an album cover. That's.
It's getting more involved in the last 8 or.
That's a knight on a dragon, and it says marging in another. What would Jesus do? Marging in another, what would Jesus do? ASP, ASMR. And of course, he's being attacked by fairies because that's what happens with cultists.
9 months, because we've been getting.
I don't even know what this is.
That said,
or that.
We didn't know who to report these things to. There was like 7 or 8 large dogs, Dobermans, Shepherds, that had been killed and hung in a circle, their heads cut, blood drained. And the guy said, well, that happened 6 months ago, but we didn't know who to report it to.
Generally speaking, if I were to walk into a room and see 6 dogs with their heads cut off and their blood drained, I would probably call the police. There's other numbers that you guys can call, like 7394168. I have no idea what that number is, but you can call that. But the police are 911. So, like, if you walk into a room and you see 6 or 7 Dobermans with their heads cut off, somehow hanging from the ceiling suspended with all their blood gone. You can just, like, you know, on your phone, like, even if you got one of those Cricket flip phones for the old retarded people that only has 2 buttons and both of them call the ambulance, there's like another one you can like mash them at the same time, and it's like, hello 911. You're like, yeah, a couple of dogs are here, and I think they lost their heads. And if you have a lost and found department, and if you have like 7 dog heads in it, I know where they go. You don't need a detective to try to figure out this case of the additional dog heads. I figured it out myself by walking into this room where dogs are hanging, and then you put them on, and then you get the dog key, and then you can open up the dog door, and that unlocks the alternate ending, the alternate good ending, of course.
5% of the teenagers in high school in Western Europe have been exposed to hardcore Satanism. That's an
Wait, what percent?
85% of the teenagers
85.
in high school in Western Europe have been exposed to hardcore Satanism.
I like how he says that, and then he can't even believe what he just said. He just pauses after that.
That's an unbelievable.
You buying that? You believe in this? In Australia, 148% of children are Satanists and are actually Satan. Am I getting anywhere with this?
Figure. Here in America, I do not believe those figures are that high, but I would venture to say,
Thank God,
that 40% of the kids.
Most teens involved in Satanism are
yes, KISS, Satanists.
try a few rituals, and
He just had an anti-Nazi shirt and he's a Satanist? Where was the anti-swastika shirt?
involved in Satanism are dabblers. They wear
Dabblers.
try a few
There we go, the dead Kennedys. Of course, Satanism. People who hate Nazis. Satanists. If you don't like the Nazis, man, you got problems. You love Satan. Because it's either the Nazis or Satan. You gotta love one of the two. This guy chose poorly.
rituals and listen to the heavy metal bands. But some go further. Of these, the self-styled Satanists
I'm dabbling the hell out of Satan tonight. There's going to be a lot of satanic dabbling. Hold on a second. Hey, oh, that's not good. Hey, ladies, if you're interested in a satanic dabbler, I can dabble with the best of them. I can totally dabble that Satan. Dabble in it, dabble on it, dabble through it. I dabble the dick out of Satan, ladies. Over 180 million children and adults and 6 Dobermans with no heads have dabbled in Satanism. And these are facts that I just made up. If that didn't get you all wet and moist in the loins, I don't know what will.
can be the most dangerous because they never join a cult. They are unpredictable and volatile. Sean Sellers murdered a store clerk for a thrill, then his own parents.
Was it thrilling?
Ramirez, convicted as the Night Stalker killer, worked alone in the name of Satan.
It took the jury 22 days to find Richard Ramirez guilty of all 13 murders and 30 related felonies he was charged with. Ramirez...
Look at the what are they called? The stenographer? The typist woman? Look at her. Wow, she's wearing a Judith Light Power outfit there. Jesus Christ, that's like this is something that you see on the Lifetime Network movie. And she's about to be pushed down a flight of stairs by Richard Ramirez and his 6 headless dogs.
Ramirez declined to be present for the verdict. Thus ended the year-long trial of the Texas drifter accused of being the Night Stalker.
What's up?
The serial killer who once terrorized Southern California.
What's up?
All but one of the brutal murders took place in the summer of '85. The killer was dubbed the Night Stalker because he broke into his victims' homes and attacked them while they slept, shooting, stabbing, beating them to death. In some cases, wives were raped after their husbands had been murdered.
So that's why they called him the Night Stalker, because he broke into their house and murdered them and sometimes raped them. That's why he's the Night Stalker. Like I could probably come up with some better names than that. I would call him like the murdering rapist, maybe. The raping murderer. Yeah, Richard the raping murderer Ramirez. That rolls off the tongue really well. Richard the raping murderer Ramirez. There we go. I had to throw in his last name so, you know, you wouldn't get him. Because my name is Rich and I don't do the rape and murder. But let me tell you, 85% of Europeans.
Victims were robbed, survivors forced to swear to Satan, and sometimes pentagrams, symbols of devil worship, were left behind, scrawled on walls or bodies. Fear spread throughout Southern
That's just
California
filth.
as the death toll reached 13.
I'm very upset. It's frightening. I'm scared.
Everybody is real edgy.
We have diligently tried to lock all the doors and windows.
Dungeonly.
Sales doubled. A hunt was launched for the man in the police sketch, and Richard Ramirez was finally captured by an angry mob.
Where's my hamburger?
Hispanic neighborhood. It was safe. In court, Ramirez was defiant. A guard said Ramirez posted pictures of a victim in his jail cell, declaring, "There is blood behind the Night Stalker." Defense attorneys said Ramirez was a victim of mistaken identity, but witnesses and fingerprints tied him to the murders and ultimately sealed his conviction.
And then he admitted it 8 times
Whether he's sentenced to
per dog.
or life in prison.
Oh God, copyright strike incoming.
The man known as the Night Stalker
The woman made out of gold on CNN.
was convicted of killing more than a dozen.
Yeah, okay, I don't give a shit about Richard Ramirez.
Power they can achieve through Satan.
Whoa,
And they are promised
I think I went too far. Oh, holy shit.
self-styled Satanists are volatile.
Self-styled Satanists. So, okay, we're not worried about just the Satanists anymore. We're worried about the self-styled Satanists. Like the Satanists who don't play by the rules of the other Satanists. They're like, yeah, I'm a Satanist, but like I'm doing my own thing. And like, I don't really have to go by what the man tells me to do. If Satan wants me to eat a can of peas, I'll eat the can of peas. But if I don't feel like it, then I won't really have to do it because I'm self-styled Satanist. Why do I have such? I keep flubbing that line. I'm a self-styled Satanist, and I make my own rules. Mom, you want me to go to bed at 10? Pfft, I'm playing Xbox until midnight, bitch. Suck that up.
Frightening. But what of those who join organized cults and become what is called
Andy Rooney.
traditional Satanists?
Ah.
Teenagers recruited into these cults are told of the thrill.
What? Oh, God! The Satanists are having a barbecue! The Satanists are barbecuing, folks! You've seen it and you've heard it here first or second or a number greater than that. Satanists love to eat hamburgers and hot dogs, and they cook them very, very well done. Oh, dear Lord.
And untapped power they can achieve
There's a drum kit in front of her that's not shown.
through Satan, and they are promised drugs and sex. But do they know what really awaits them in the end?
Once they get involved with this, they don't get out because they've taken part in so many criminal offenses that
Marvin Ivy.
walk away from it. They're trapped by their.
Yeah, that's right. I'm from Mansfield. Here in Mansfield, the criminals here in Mansfield tend to conditionally criminalize each other because once you're in Mansfield and you're a man wanted by the law for criminalizing, you continue to criminal up the laws that were made for man in Mansfield. I'm Chief Marvin Ivy. I have a last name, but I don't know what it is.
Actions, and they're blackmailed into staying in. Another thing is that there's a good deal
Ribbit.
of
Power.
It's an
Ribbit.
addiction. It's an addiction to evil.
Oh, it's a fat off.
Practical. For the
I'm getting her.
schools, teachers and counselors that are watching, they
Founder of the Exodus program. Oh, geez. Wow. And she's got a shirt made, a muumuu or whatever the hell, made out of the 101 Dalmatians.
They understand addiction. They understand how an addiction will move from marijuana to cocaine.
Of course, marijuana being the gateway drug to cocaine, because marijuana and cocaine, basically the same thing. You know, it's like a tree and a car. Basically the same thing. If you like a tree, you know, you're going to start liking cars. It's just the logical progression here.
My own family, we watched an addiction in my...
Her fucking earring matches her... Dear God! It's like... thank you, Reese Wild. You are gay and retarded. And I am gay and retarded, and we all are. This looks like when they put those test patterns, when they've got like new the new year of cars, and they put the patterns on it so you can't see what it really looks like. This woman is just a blob of a monochrome ladybug. She's horrifying.
Second son moved from marijuana.
I don't care if he had a stroke or not. I'm guessing he did. But look at this. That would be the reaction I would have if that woman was speaking to me. They have the camera on her. Then they come back and they cut to me for my reaction shot. And I'm like, yep, whatever. Yeah, he's Ebert when he contracted melty jaw syndrome or whatever he had, cancer. Sorry, I get the two confused.
Into a $700 a day cocaine habit that nearly killed him. He was putting IV cocaine in his arm every 15 minutes during the day.
IV cocaine in his arm. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on drugs because I'm not. But I was not aware that IV drips were common for administering cocaine. Then again, to wear that fucking outfit, it looks like it's composed of pure cocaine. So cocaine is involved somehow. I don't understand the IV of cocaine, $700 a day. That's a lot. That's like for a week at $700 a day, that's at least $2,000. Probably even more.
And he didn't just start that way. And these people are into addiction as well. They start by reading the Satanic Bible. They start by little candle magic. They start by...
Little candle magic. That was my nickname in high school. They called me Little Candle Magic. My parents were hippies.
With the spirit. And they become addicted to the power.
There are no motion pictures that have...
I want to just end it there. There are no motion pictures. No one's going to challenge that. They're just like, well, he's an expert on Satanism. He's in a room with posters. There probably aren't any motion pictures.
Come out.
Thank you, Mandy G. Happy Blood Day.
What happens?
Blood Day. Woo, dun, 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 dun. Everybody's bathing in blood now. Blood Day.
They don't show the terror that is in the priest's eyes and in his mind.
Oh no, he's turning into a werewolf. Oh wait.
Priestess.
Oh no, he's turning into pixels in JPEG artifacting.
That is derived there. I met with a witch the other day.
Met with the witch the other day. He just casually throws that out. Yeah, that's right. I met with a witch the other day. Her name was Susan. She gave me $700 worth of cocaine in a drip tube.
High priest of the Wiccan craft, of the craft.
Wiccan. So now Wiccans are Satanists.
And he found out who I had been.
Him.
And he said,
Warlock.
He said, that's a problem I've got right now. He said, I don't have the power to go against people like who you were.
What? I don't have the power to go against people who you were.
He said, Lord, he said, you people could light bonfires and never walk up to it. And I said, that's right. And he said, you could kill me with a thought. And I said, no, with a word.
What would that word be? And don't anybody quote Skyrim.
Is that right? I mean,
Yeah.
Off camera, muffled voice from another room. Is that right? Really? You can kill somebody with... Well, don't tell us the word because I don't want to die. Well, it won't actually go through the door. If you're on the other side of the door, you're fine. Yeah, but, you know, we don't want to risk it. You know, I can't die tonight because I've got, like, I told my wife I was going to go to the bakery after we shot this stupid-ass video. So I don't want to hear the word. I can tell you the word. No, we don't need it for a video, but the word's very simple. No, it's just go on and tell us facts about numbers that you just made up regarding things that we're somewhat talking about. It's mangosteen. It is not.
Someone who has mastered, who has become an adept in the craft. Now we're talking about a traditional Satanist, not a non-traditional idiot that is playing at this, but somebody that has made this their life's craft.
Recently, Dave interviewed Dr. Bob Sloan, a psychologist who's dealing extensively with people trying to...
So what? Oh, hold on. I need to get into the character. So what you're saying is these aren't real flowers on my table. Because they look real to me. They got green and pink on them. And I do think that they are real. No, these are fake flowers. See, they're made out of plastic. I don't know those medical industry words that you're using, but I'm pretty sure these are real flowers.
Escape the terrible after effects of satanic involvement.
Each sequence is drawn by a specific person, and I think the pictures illustrate the kinds of things we're talking about.
Okay.
The pictures are also drawn by the patient as they try to remember.
Whoa, okay. Now, there's nothing happening there. Someone's fire blasting a kettle or something, and his pubic hair, again, is jumping out. That's a basketball, so the NBA is satanic. I don't know what this thing is. I thought at first that it was like something to stir the cauldron, but it's coming out of the other end. And then we have Meg from Family Guy just chilling
and try to recall what's happened.
Yeah. We saw this. How could human stew? Oh, human stew. Oh, okay. I understand this now. It's human stew and the one-eyed condom monster. Real friendly peak. Real friend worship. Real leading the chant. This is all by the same artist, and I don't think this artist knows like how to like focus on things when they're drawing. They're just like looking, and they're like, yeah, I remember the one-eyed condom monster used by the cauldron. Remember the Alamo, and God bless this mess.
So drawing becomes a very important part.
Oh, that was that game by Blade Vampire or whatever that guy's name is. That was that torture game, torture.exe. Little shout out to an old school game there.
Getting out and being able to firm up the puzzle that they're trying to put together. So they draw these pictures as a part of their recovery. As you can see here, there are certain steps that are followed. It's not a random kind of thing that they carry out on a whim. There's specific steps that they follow in preparing a small child to be initiated into the cult. They have to do this in this case because the child has been chosen. Oftentimes a baby is chosen for some reason to be the next leader of the clan. Oh. In this case, there was a boy who was chosen.
You are Chasen, as I. You are special. Oh, that's nice. She's got a beautiful hourglass figure. Look at those hips on her. And those boobs that don't really go with the laws of physics. And then she has this redheaded Asian child who's missing a hand. And I guess these are shoes. It looks like they're wearing snow boots. And then we got all the people in the background there that are in jail. They're like, why aren't we chastened? Why can't we be special? Why just the redheaded Irish Asian child with one hand?
And his mother, who herself was a child who was chosen when she was a baby,
was pissed on the head.
Now she's an adult. She has a son. She's preparing him. As you can see, the elements he's considered.
Certain steps to follow. Have to do because he is chosen. He will bed. He is the seed. Spiritual, oral, 6, put things in bottom. Oh, this is getting sexy. I can't read that. More, don't, words. How could I? So bad. What else? Is this written by somebody who has ever... Oh, it is sexy time. Look. Oh, wow. I didn't even know that. Wow, this is stick figure sex. I'm probably going to get banned for this.
Special. And it's the combination, the introduction.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Here you can see that she is introducing pleasure. At the same time, while she's doing that, she's putting things, objects, maybe a pencil, maybe a heated nail, or some other object that would create pain in him at the same time.
She's heating up pencils and putting them up his butt, is what he's saying. Again, wow, okay. This is a lot of things to process right now. So, like, I'm not a butt expert, just like I'm not a drug expert, but there are other things that you can put up a person's butt besides pencils and nails. I would think so. Especially if you're trying to deal with pleasure. I don't know what they are, but it's not a pencil or a nail. Whose son is he? I am so afraid. I don't. I mean, this has gotten sexy. Everybody, just keep your pants on because Satan doesn't want you to ejaculate during this, okay?
As these memories, as this awareness comes to her, she is in torment.
Looks like she's tried to rub it out.
Yes.
Speaking of torment during sex, I can tell you a few things about that.
There's a part of her that said, I don't want to say this, I don't want to admit it. There's another part of her that says, yes, it's the truth, I have done it. How could I? I'm so bad, I'm so evil.
My night of baptism and initiation, I was initiated by fire, both physically and spiritual fire. And the spiritual
I was fired from my job at bagging groceries at Aldi's.
Summoned a demon forth, and it entered my body. From the inside out.
If you're a guy who thinks that you were seriously initiated by fire and a demon went inside your body and you were consumed with flames, how do you get a job after that? Like, seriously, like what positions are open for ex-Satanists who are just casually mentioning, yep, demon born there of fire entered my soul and caused me to become the satanic high priest, but I'm okay now, and I can bag the groceries, and I can put the canned peas in a bag that does not contain the chips. I will not put it on top of the chips. I learned my lesson the last 6 times. I will not do it. I will not.
No discipline and the power of the coven. And
I'm trying to read the poster behind him.
I've done it myself.
I think it's karaoke.
To other people.
Good for you.
There are horrors.
Good for you.
Unmentionables. That's why I say motion pictures can't hold a candle to it. If you will, imagine the young man that was taken.
This guy has probably seen 2 movies, and they're both about Christmas or dogs that can play basketball.
It's of Matamoros. He
Matamoros.
Mutilated slowly.
Mm-hmm.
That his life force not leave him quickly.
My name is Mass Graves. I was voted Mass Graves of April 1989. That's right, Mass Graves, April 1989.
Slowly, as to increase the frenzy of the sorcerer committing the act.
The frenzy of the sorcerer.
So the greater the pain.
Love that book.
The greater the suffering. The the greater cries that he gave out, the greater the power derived from his life force leaving his body.
Yeah.
That's the belief.
What drugs was he on? Cocaine drip tube.
Some of Dr. Sloan's patients...
Hey, come to us!
Of Satanism. These pictures were drawn by adults remembering things they had long ago repressed.
Okay. I'm going to go back because I think I misheard that. I thought he said these pictures are made by adults.
It's a belief.
Some of Dr. Sloan's patients also speak of the terrors of Satanism. These pictures were drawn by adults, remember?
Yeah. Wow, okay. So Satan picks the least artistic people possible, which doesn't make sense because I would think that if you've got like a yarn wig, you're probably not going up, but the other direction.
Remembering things they had long ago repressed, things done to them as children.
Out of baby.
Part in cult rituals.
Remember when Hillary Clinton cooked the babies? Remember that? That was really good. Where are the emails, Hillary? Where's the birth certificate, Joe Biden? Where are the cooked babies, Bill Clinton?
One example of a satanic sacrifice.
This is a typical kind of ritual. Which
I love you! Touchdown! Woo!
In this case, you can see this ritual ceremony took place in a barn. Here are the bales of hay.
Yeah, clearly those are the bales of hay. You know, if you're, and this is all like by the same adult. So it's just some adult who's got apparently the mental faculties of like I don't even know where to begin with that. We're shooting magic pistol at the followers, and he's just like, clearly you can tell this is a barn because these are bales of hay. No, they're not. He's trying to draw Lost, but he just keeps getting stuck on the second panel.
You can see the cauldron, the boiling cauldron, the altar, the gold knives, all the elements are here. The robed members of the cult. In this case, the victim is a child, 4 or 5 years old. And
the kid is gross. That's why we killed him, because he was just disgusting. The child should... child, be bigger. Child, be bigger! You're age 45, child, and this is gross as hell.
The cult victim who drew this picture was still a child. And the sacrificial victims were, in this case, 2. A brother and a sister had been kidnapped, and they had been seduced. And at this point, she reports that they weren't really scared. They'd probably been taken off of a playground somewhere and said, we're going to go have a birthday party or something.
The oldest trick in the good book, the old hanging out at the playground and then going to a birthday party with bales of hay, piss knives, Satan, Wiccans, God knows what else.
5.
Happy birthday, Satan. Yeah, we've seen this about a gazillion times.
These children are tied onto the altar. And there's also the beginning of bloodletting. So they've cut the boy some. He's starting to cry and she's crying because they realize now what's happening, of course, and they're screaming.
Can I
it starts to happen.
Can I make a copy of these for my own personal use?
The cult, of course, is watching. She's very scared. She's reporting, and she's...
Well, she's made out of tree.
This, and how bad she feels.
Shrek Claus!
She's for these
Merry Christmas! It's Shrek Claus!
A victim in this process. As this ritual proceeds, you can see that there begins to be a lot of blood. You can see that the boy here is then cut open again along his chest.
Right here where my mic is. You want right here? He's cut right here.
Little cuts, and she's bleeding pretty profusely here from her groin area. So there's beginning to be a lot of screaming, a lot of blood, dismemberment, and preparation.
Don't forget the hay bales.
The cannibalism. You can also pick up in this drawing the worship.
That's my nickname in high school, the human stew.
This is not just an event. This is a worship service that builds to a frenzy, builds up to a peak. And this, of course, is, as this person wrote here, preparation for the human stew.
Yeah, we read that.
Here, the brother is dismembered. He's already gone. He's in the stew. And
El Diablo loves blood. So does the rest.
then herself is brought up to participate more. The adult leader is cutting the little girl and killing her ultimately as the
This guy's just making this up as he's going along.
Inserts other objects into the little girl.
Yeah, like heated pencils and nails. Yeah.
Is the sexual abuse that always precedes the bloodletting.
We just saw the sexual abuse. What is he talking about?
The victims before the torture and the mutilation.
This is where the power of pornography in our society begins to play its role. It's the introduction of the bizarre. That pornography begins to be a venting and a letting of urges, and once it starts, it's never satisfied. And pornography is just the introduction. It's the little door to open to the mind.
I was happier before the fat melty guy started talking.
The sexual stimulation, it stimulates the same part of the brain, the pleasure center, that cocaine stimulates. It's addictive.
Pornography is the same as cocaine. Gotcha.
And, of course, sexual stimulation and the unfettered expression of sexual fantasy is a part of all of these. Absolutely not.
Anything goes.
As you know, the satanic theology.
You can even put your penis into a hole of a woman. From the 9 satanic statements, Satan represents indulgence instead of abstinence, okay? Satan represents man as just another animal, okay, right, except actual Satanists have disavowed LaVey because he stole everything from in Atlas Shrugged.
Life is bad, hate is good, death is good. So there's the kind of the breaking.
Death is good. Okay, if Satanists believe death is good, then they should just be killing themselves. And they're like, yeah, this is going to do it. I'm going to hell. And then that's it. They're not hurting anybody but themselves. So what's the problem here? How are they making these drawings? That's my question. Bad Satanists.
Any limits on fantasy.
Bad Satanists.
What the theology of.
Thank you, Scribble Shade.
Says
there's going to be a gameplay after this Satan video.
Is expressed.
There's gonna be commies, and you can join everybody.
Scores of painful stories like these from people who have lived a hellish nightmare. One of Dr. Sloan's patients tells of having to watch an actual crucifixion conducted at Easter time when coven leaders kidnapped a young man, nailed him to a cross, mutilated him, branded him with irons, and then threw him alive into their bonfire. One victim tells of being forced to the torture and sacrifice of his own mother.
I've been out now.
She was happy about it.
I've only been able to laugh, and this is a serious statement. I've only been able to laugh out loud for about 10 years now. And I'm gradually getting better about being able to laugh. And
what? So we've gone from sexual mutilation, rape, torture, and pornography to laughter. He's LOLing out loud, thinking of Satanism. I'm not exactly sure.
Have joy in my life because I hurt inside a great deal. Many times I think
I hate myself and I want to die.
This is not a pleasant thing at all. It's very disturbing. I know that the Lord has forgiven me, and my problem is,
He hasn't.
Can I forgive me?
He hasn't.
And I know that I have to.
This is sticking with you all the way up there, buddy.
I'm getting better at it. And I have a wonderful, wonderful wife right now who's very loving and very understanding.
Frigid as hell.
Who has a deep understanding of
nails up my butt
occult and Satanism from what I've taught her, but an understanding from the viewpoint that a Christian should take towards it.
I usually take 2 heated pens up my ass. That's normal for me. But it took me 10 years and now I can laugh about it. The wife, she doesn't laugh. She mostly holds back her gag reflex. But I take 2, 3 heated pens maybe up my butt. and I keep them there for weeks. My wife hates it because I put the pens back afterwards and I don't tell her which ones were up my butt for a week. But I can LOL about it in real life right now. It took me 10 years of having pencils and pens and nails up my butt. And a quill once, when they ran out of writing implements, they put a quill up my butt and they put the ink in my mouth and they said, "How do you like that?" And I said, "I really don't." And then they laughed at me. But my wife, my beautiful dead wife, she's perfectly fine with the writing instruments up my butt and the ink in my mouth and the Q-tips in my ears. Now I can laugh out loud 10 years later. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
A caring, a loving attitude. I mean, if it wasn't for that, I don't know exactly how I would deal with it today.
You know, for years, police officers have had to deal with kids getting hooked on drugs and going bad over a period of a relatively short period.
Deterioration, drugs, 3 to 6 months.
A kid can go from being a straight A student to being a absolute
A minus.
disgrace.
And,
what we find in Occult.
Can't spell disgrace without a letter A.
Can go from being perfectly normal, well adapted, well thought of, to being a total waste in the industry times a month. And so frequently,
Somebody put a mustache on a frog. Satanism, only 1 month. 1 month and 1 month only. Deterioration for your Satanism.
What are you seeing with some of these people now? Where are they in their development?
We're seeing people
develop
in the process of coming out.
Well, that's a problem in itself.
Sensitivity with these people. They know there's a spirit world. They're very sensitive to that. And because they're with us, they've committed themselves.
What happened to the 1001 Dalmatian woman, by the way?
A change in their life. It's a long, torturous...
a deterioration drug song.
A quick fix.
Mandy, you just want me to fucking sing all the time.
Tried to pull themselves out of a group like this, or traditionally females who are tired of giving up their children.
My fingers also double as sausages at Bob Evans.
Yeah, very often. We do see situations where the kids get in.
Reasons for joining sex, drugs, and power. What are the reasons for joining sex, drugs, and power?
And then they can't pull themselves out either.
Dr. Bashir Ahmed is a psychiatrist dealing extensively with young people caught in Satanism. Here he gives a profile of the typical recruit.
The kids who have
his name.
difficulty at home, who are coming from...
It's funny because he's foreign.
Where the bond between parents and children almost non-existent. These children are easily
Functional family, low self-esteem. That's
defensive.
only a few. That's all me. It's all describing me.
Most probably like.
Shit, I'm gonna be recruited. I'm gonna be like a #1 draft pick for Satan.
And they begin to live in this world, and when they see an opportunity to experiment something like this, they become.
This tie I picked by accident.
For a 13-year-old, going at midnight to a cemetery.
Yeah.
It's a lot of excitement.
A 13-year-old going to a cemetery at midnight is a lot of excitement. I don't remember everything I did when I was 13, but I do not recall ever going to a cemetery. This is why I lead a life of boredom, is because I don't go to the cemetery at midnight for reasons.
It is beating very fast.
Dudley Scarsdale, thank you very much. Hail Satan, $5. You should have donated $6.66. And I'm not just saying I'm not just saying that because I wanted more money. I'm saying that it would have matched the theme. That's all. That's all.
Stem from anyone who might have a low self-esteem about themselves. Someone who is an underachiever.
Yeah.
Not an overachiever. Someone who is not charismatic in their attitude.
Yes. Check. Check. Check.
Been turned off by school, been turned off by his friends.
Check.
Satanists will approach him and they'll woo him in because
no
they
check
become
yet.
his best friend.
I have not been wooed by the Satanists. I want my money back.
Satan is at his most deceptive when he appears to
Oh!
be, such is the case with many of the occult practices.
Holding hands is directly associated with Satan.
As they are called, are famous for their peculiar blend of magic, potions, folk remedies, and diluted elements of Roman Catholicism. We visited one tree tour who tried to explain some of his rather confused methods.
What I do is I have poker cards and I play poker with the poker cards.
We visited one tree tour who tried to explain
Tree tour.
some of his rather confused.
Look, he's got like Himalayan red or pink salt. He's dealing cards. He's got Jesus in the background clearly. So you can tell this man's a Satanist, because Satanists just love portraits of Jesus, white Jesus.
Is written in the Bible. The verses of the Bible has been given.
Treater. Am I the only one not familiar with the word treater? What I know theater. I know trick-or-treater. I don't know just treater. Treater of a lonely heart.
And no matter where you take, what part you take in the Bible, Jesus said that he's given power to all. These candles.
That is the most incredulous looking Jesus ever. He's just like, you're not going to take this photo, are you? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You're actually going to paint this? Oh, God damn it. You motherfucking treaters. Oh, reversible, I think. Aversible. I don't know.
Or for if somebody's sad, somebody have tears, and they keep hearing things in their home, the spirit is not resting.
The Shining. The Bloodbuster. Got too much blood? Oh, wait, hold on. What is his accent?
Someone with epilepsy. Somebody that falls in
Louisiana.
Take your little needle, and hold his finger, and just stick it just enough to draw blood, not stick it all the way where you hit bone, just enough.
Then the needle, I heat it up. Guess where it goes? Right up my butt.
Water, and make him drink of his own blood. Just a little bit, about 9 drops of blood.
New Orleans, bustling city on the Mississippi.
The cutaway from the man talking about drinking your own blood and having reversible candles with Jesus. And then all of a sudden, the bustling city of New Orleans. Come down and see Mardi Gras for yourself. Some of the finest 5-star hotels you'll ever stay at. It'll be a mile a minute when you come down to glorious, wonderful city of Satan himself, and you get treated for free after you pay $80 to the treater.
Rich and colorful history. Famous for its lively French Quarter.
Satan jazz. Unique Satan dining. Unique voodoo dining.
Practitioners live in the swampy backwaters of lower Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Some have set up shop in the French Quarter.
Yep. Old Satan Jesus.
Chicken Man, who recently granted us an interview. He turned out to be more promoter than magician.
Why do they call you the Chicken Man?
Wow, do you think that he's more promoter just because he has a business on the most expensive street where he could possibly have a business? Do you think maybe he's promoting his own business because he wants money? Chicken Man. That was my favorite. How did that song go? Chicken Man, come and save us with your man. Something like that. Wasn't that Chicken Man? Okay, something like that.
New Orleans, and I do my voodoo rituals out in the bayou on my island. I use live chickens and live snakes.
But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to kids.
What is it supposed to do?
Community.
My rituals is mainly, I do those for healing and helping people, not hurting. That's the main purpose. And I do a lot of it, use a lot of...
Oh no, a man who helps people. Clearly he's a Satanist.
Drugs is getting real bad now.
Well, what kind of rituals do you do for drugs or that? Explain just some of the rituals a little bit.
I hit them.
Well, I get pieces of...
brick.
Seeds from the bayou. And at night we do our rituals, put all the seeds in a big circle.
Uh-huh.
And while the drums are playing, we put energy into those seeds. and I pass them out to the kids to carry in their pocket.
Cool.
And when they think about going on drugs, that they'll put that seed in their hand.
Not all Louisiana tree tours stay with the...
So to get people off drugs, you give them seeds, like pumpkin seeds. And they're just like, you know, some of the kids here, they act the drugs, but I give them pumpkin seeds and I say there's magic shit in them. And they believe me because they're stupid as hell. I charge them up front, not after. We had problems with that.
Magic, however. Fahrenberg, a pastor who continually confronts... explains black magic.
Voodoo kid.
Man in the church right now that when he first started coming, this man was blackmailing him that if he didn't pay him...
Fahrenborg!
That he was going to...
Gonna pause this for a second so everybody can absorb what this man's name is. Because this man happens to be named Fahrenborg. Pastor Fahrenborg. That sounds like a gastrointestinal disease. I couldn't go out last night. I had Pastor Fahrenborg because I ate at Chipotle.
Put hex and voodoo on him. And this man was in such fear that I literally had to tell this man, to tell that man, if he did it again, I was going to the DA's office. That's what I'm saying, is the people stand up and let these people know that they're going to be exposed. This man quit blackmailing this guy.
Problem is, us down here, we all stupid.
Law enforcement officials are just now beginning to learn about cult crime and how to investigate satanic rituals. The slaughter in Matamoros helped to awaken the nation to a growing nightmare.
Oh gosh, who can forget Matamoros?
It's the tip of a very, very large iceberg. And we're going to hear more of Matamoros. And the lady
we didn't.
Taken into custody.
Am I the only one who has not heard of Matamoros?
Knowledge of these events, she did not participate. I would venture to say she fits the exact profile of being the high priestess of this cult, as well as being the one in complete authority and in charge, not the Godfather. He was
of soul.
Direct command.
I don't know what the fuck Matamoros is.
Somewhat downplayed and may have missed the boat with her. The Mexican.
Thank you very much, Facundo Barrera. Have you heard of Matamoros? Please.
To the authorities here to listen to them.
I'm not interested, actually.
One Mexico authority down there.
That's Matamoros.
Three distinct personalities. One of which is this kind, sweetheart, all-American girl attitude. Another one that she exhibited is one that growls and bites and kicks and spits.
Oh no, not spits.
She exhibits a third one that exhibits tremendous authority and power. That's why I say she probably is. She exhibits the type of personality, the type of demeanor, and so forth, an individual that would be in power.
People don't want to believe the unbelievable.
Vicky Caldwell.
What? People don't want to believe the color red isn't blue. People don't want to believe that speeding isn't driving slowly. People don't want to believe that the believable can be unbelievable if you believe in the unbelievable. I don't even know where I was going with that because I completely lost myself with that stupendous statement of hers. She needs more stars, by the way. She only has like 12.
Been investigating cult crimes for the
Her
sheriff's
voice got
office
deeper.
in Putnam County, Florida, and during the past few months has noticed an increase in activity among satanic groups.
I got arrested about 4 years ago because a friend of mine up in Ohio, her son got involved and he tried to kill himself and kill.
I have never heard any. Did she call it Ahia? I'm sorry. I need to.
I got arrested about 4 years ago because a friend of mine up in Ohio, her.
Ohio. That is a new one to me. I live in the Midwest in Missouri, so I've pretty much heard every accent. I've never once heard Ohio called Ohio. I guess it's a Florida thing.
Son got involved and he tried to kill himself and kill his parents.
Ohio, Mark. Ohio, doggy.
It's been about a year and a half. I have noticed an increase around here with the teenagers.
Yep.
What kind of
things do you see?
Most of your self-styled Satanists, your dabblers.
The dabblers again.
Music.
Fucking dabblers. Role-playing games. Dabbling.
In August of 1986, we had a double murder in which two teenage Parkers were found shot quite a number of times in a rural parking lot of a development which was
I love that filter.
At the time of that investigation, we became acquainted with a term called Dungeons and Dragons, and as part of that investigation, we got involved in some of the occult investigations also.
I was a level 42 elf.
What they're up against.
Oh God, we're up against people holding hands? How can we possibly win?
Satanist, as well as skaters. They have skinheads, freaks, pops. They've got everything under the sun.
Skinheads, freaks, and pops? The fuck is a pop? Is that like a dabbler? You dabble in pop or what?
Skinheads, freaks, pops. They've got everything.
Pops. Corn pop? The guy with the chain? Corn pop who ate chain? Is that the pops? Once you pop, it's not a bunch of dads.
Thing of the sun that they're not truly understanding the relationships between each and every one of them, as well as which are criminal and which are not criminal.
Just tell me who's the elf. Who is the elf? Tell me the elf, Mr. Ivy.
Someone necessarily
reveal the elf.
Isn't necessarily so.
It's a new era for law enforcement, just like when drugs started.
When drugs started. Do you guys remember when drugs started? You remember that one? I think it was April 9th, 1982 is when drugs officially started. Before then, no drugs. There was nothing. You would be like, "Hey man, can I have drugs?" And the guy would be like, "They haven't even been invented yet, you shithead." And you're like, "Well, then why am I asking for drugs?" And the guy said, "Because you're probably on drugs. They haven't even been invented yet. So how are you going to buy them?" That's when the drugs started. Now we're all fucked up because we got corn pop, we got dabblers, we got Dungeons and Dragons, we have Montezuma's Revenge, we've got the 1001 Dalmatian woman. Life is hell because of drugs. Thank you for inventing drugs, Dr. Bob Drugs.
Time is new. People are starting now to realize that there is something else out there. A lot of cases are being reopened because of that.
Well, I've been a police
the moon's out there.
Years, and probably during that entire 15 years, I have seen things which we now label as ritualistic in nature, but never recognized it.
One young woman's body was found.
We trade mustaches in between scenes.
Rape case that culminated in the stabbing of the victim was left by law enforcement agencies that way, with no further clues. However, upon her chest was Z-E-N across her chest in her own blood. It made no sense to them.
Could be Nez upside down.
Satanist. That Z-E-N is the name of a demon, and his name is not Zen, by the way. It is Zad-In. Zad-In.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he just said Zen is the name of the demon, but Zen is actually not the name of the demon. Again, I'm not a police officer, but I would accept that as being a clue. If somebody is raped and murdered and they have letters carved on their chest, I would probably say more than likely that's evidence of something. But these cops are just like, you know, people these days, you know, with the drugs and the corn pops, they're just going around writing letters in their stomachs, you know, just for the hell of it. So we're not even going to bother. She probably raped and murdered herself. We're not even going to mess with it. This isn't evidence.
And that demonic entity is who she was sacrificed to, and had they known that, it would have led them in the direction of searching for a Satanist.
The most
and it would have been a dead end.
Is that Satanists today have encroached into every level of society, a dangerous and unseen force.
Lawyers, politicians, police officers.
Toy tricycles.
It's very shocking at how many police officers, how many officials are actually practicing Satanist, and this is one
that wouldn't shock me actually.
In dealing with the crime crimes is the crimes themselves are snuffed out. They're hushed up. Or if a crime is known to be in progress, it's very difficult to get anybody to respond to it because of things that are blocked within the judicial system.
What?
By Satanists?
By Satanists.
These people are in every strata of society. We're talking doctors, we're talking lawyers, we're talking a lot of Christian ministers who preach a sermon perhaps on Sunday morning and are involved in satanic rituals the night before. We're talking elders.
I have the same reaction as the fat motherfucker.
Superintendents. I'm mentioning the cases that I am aware of. And as you've studied this yourself and read the literature, you know that people at every level and every profession, successful business people,
Hillary Clinton,
psychologists, doctors,
Clintons, Hillary Clinton, she ate a baby once, baby cooking. Hillary Clinton.
It's unnerving.
Where's the birth certificate, Hillary?
Satan on walls in schools. You know, that my God's better than your God and all this. We had one note, you're welcome to a bloodbath ritual.
Sweet.
I'll be there at 11:54 for the gatekeeper of hell to appear. Bring your set clothes or black sheets. This is what's going on in basically this.
Bakersfield. Oh my God, Bakersfield, no! If you're fucking going to Bakersfield, yeah, you can expect it to be hell there. Pasadena. No holy jeans. No holy jeans. You'll find the Ice House. Pasadena, $8, $5. $5 at 8 p.m. Sorry about that.
Schools. Usually, it's very secretive. As far as the kids go, you know, they don't know.
She just said they write Satan on the walls of an elementary school and say, my God's better than your God's. The other people just said there's a Satanist on every level of every single branch of government in every single public position, including ministers. But now they're all undercover and secret. How can you... The ham beast is making my head hurt.
Anything. They haven't done anything. Parents usually think my kid just going through a phase.
A shrimp? I got 2 cigarettes. We're the whitest band you ever seen. You got a spider on your head. Welcome to Bakersfield. The spider's crawling on my book and now on my skull.
In the beginning, Satanists will entice a recruit with
the lattice depresses you.
Drugs, and sex. Most teenagers recruited into Satanism are boys, drawn by the violent images and rituals and by the fear they can cause in others. Yet without heavy involvement in drugs, most of these recruits would not be able to go on.
Most of the time, like I said, there's drugs involved. Just because you're taking drugs does not necessarily mean you're into Satan.
Drugs.
But 9 times out of 10.
Here we go. We got a statistic right here. Drugs. By the way, this is drugs. It's not a Hearthstone card. That is drugs. When you take drugs, you are inhaling the bones of some sort of decrepit professional furniture mover. 9 out of 10 Satanists use drugs heavily. It's a little fact for you. He's also got tennis balls lodged in him.
Satanists are into drugs.
Yeah, that is.
In my practice, any adolescent who have gone to the cult activity without using drugs.
I have 2 clients total.
To get deeper into drugs and more deeper into his known craft and seeking after the powers, he loses sight of reality.
Wait. But the problem is, if you're getting deeper into drugs, you're getting shittier at worshiping Satan, aren't you? Because, I mean, like, the drugs aren't like satanic performance enhancing drugs. You know, it's like the guy with the cocaine drip tube. The IV, the cocaine IV guy. I mean, how are you going to worship Satan if you're spending $700 a day on a cocaine IV drip tube? You're going to just be like, who the fuck was I supposed to worship again, man? Zed? Nez? I can't remember. I'm just going to carve letters into this woman's chest because I got to go get my my additional drip tube of cocaine.
You're no longer dealing with human beings as you and I know them.
Yvonne Peterson tells this.
Now we're no longer dealing with human beings as we know them. Because they're fat, deformed creatures is what I'm saying.
Tragic story of one girl who committed a heinous crime in the name of Satan.
And I think parents need to hear this, that she needed somebody to talk to, and her parents were too busy. She was the oldest of 6, and she was their babysitter, their dishwasher, and their house cleaner. And they didn't have time for her. I'm going to call her Diane for the book, okay? And
because her real name is Diane.
She was a very intelligent, pretty little girl of 12 years old. She went to a party and she met a young man, which we'll call him Steve, okay? He's 16. And Steve told her he would listen to her and he would pay attention. Now, this
nice.
is not fiction. This isn't something I read in a book. I sat with this little girl as she cried her eyes out, as she walked through the memories of the past 2 years. The things that she had done to her and had to do to other people. He told her, I'll listen to you. And he gave her a marijuana cigarette.
Oh, my God.
Under the tree, and they talked. And then he began to tell her how pretty she was and how much he needed to be around her and how fascinating she was. And
he's every single 16-year-old male.
Which every teenager in America craves from their parents. And if they're not there, then they'll say, well, the average time a father spends with his kids is 3 minutes.
Shouldn't Ellie be getting back to her car impound lot?
That's incredible.
And so he told her, Steve told Diane, I'll take care of you, we'll be boyfriend, girlfriend. And they developed their relationship over the next 6 months. He also developed her drug habit because now she was hooked on cocaine. Okay, at the end
the old marijuana to cocaine.
He was a Satanist priest, and that she was being recruited.
Oh,
and
no.
She would be initiated into his coven of Satanists. She kept a diary.
Whee!
At one point, she said,
Where has that innocent child gone? Will I ever know her again? Thank you, Satanist diary. I thought that said Satanist dairy. That would have been better. Satanic dairy farms.
Where has that innocent child gone? Will I ever know her again? Speaking of herself. Her tragic notes all throughout her diary, both of her spiritual bondage and her physical bondage to the addiction. And she
the diary of Anne Frankenstein.
Hear them chanting and calling her back to the circle. And then on August the 1st,
the diary of Satan Frankenstein.
She was led into a cemetery. And if I might have your permission, I'd like to read from her hand the memories of
her hand.
Please do.
I found out that we were having our cult ceremony in the cemetery. That wasn't as shocking as when I found out that Steve and me were going to be married into the cult. Anyway, it was fantastic. The moon was perfectly round and it wasn't even cold. By the black candles, which were primarily used for light, we went through the ceremony of eternal slavery to each other. We cut our tongues and we let the blood pour into each other's mouths.
We watched Heathers.
We were one.
Over and over.
One being. Rosalie passed the sacred vial around and we performed the ritual of extending ourselves. Bright colors and lightning flashed streaks through the sky. Sometimes the colors exploded like rockets on the 4th of July, both in and out of our head. When the chanting started, they brought in a little baby. He was barely walking. We tied him to a nearby tomb. It was crying.
The tomb was crying because it was stapled to a baby. Hi, Kyler.
I held back the baby's head while he cut it from the base of its neck down to its waistline and across the stomach.
Typical Friday.
It was still alive. So I broke its neck by just about twisting it off.
Mm-hmm.
I hate myself so bad now. I helped in the killing of a baby.
This is all entirely plausible.
And made me feel quite horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But a baby, my God, that was someone's child. I know now that I am truly horrible. No punishment I have ever had in the past could even begin to measure the type of punishment I need. I wish it could have been me they killed. My life isn't worth anything anymore. I've taken away someone's right to live.
But I'm not in jail.
And I'm mainlined with Satan.
He mainlined with Satan. Wow. That is an impressive phrase. I 8-balled my Satan.
21 years of age. And I came out at age 28. But I was Satan.
William F. Gibson presents mainlining Satan.
Now, during that particular time period, I remember very little as far as details are concerned.
I love that. I remembered very little as far as details are concerned. So what does he remember if it's not details? He just remembers, like, 10 years ago I did a thing and now I'm done with it because it stopped. I don't remember the details.
I don't remember even graduating from high school. Although
I don't even remember worshiping Satan, but I know that I worship Satan. I just don't remember it.
Well, no idea.
I could kill you with a word.
Why don't I remember it is the fact that drugs were involved and the need to escape, the need a person has to have to escape the realities of what they have been involved in. And I took what I call clean drugs. They were pharmaceuticals. Not that it really matters any, but I was hooked on Percodan, Valiums, Libriums, and just plain alcohol.
And this, I'm assuming this is a Valium here, and this is the Percodan. This is the alcohol wad, and that's the SSRIs he was just taking. He was, oh man, Percodan, Jesus Christ. Someone stop this monster.
I would take an average of 60 to 80 milligrams of Valium in a day's time with about 40 milligrams of Percodan and wash it all down that night with 2 or 3 vodka cones. I was a functional addict.
Drugs, sex, power.
Cool things.
Enticement Satanists use to lure teenagers.
Ah, somebody stop Jesus!
Specifically heavy metal or black metal.
I think music has always been a powerful media all the way through. I mean, music was important to you and me, and it's important to the teenagers today.
Yeah.
And we're not anti.
She's really got her finger on the pulse of teens.
That is causing death and destruction, and the symbols that they're using are so blatantly occultic that it's very difficult for us to overlook that kind of thing. For instance, if we take the album cover from Slayer's album, Rain and Blood.
You could just take the name Rain and Blood.
Message to young people that maybe consciously they don't receive.
That's not the satanic symbol, dumbass.
This album cover, Satan is depicted as a goat, which is very familiar to the Satanists. They know that would be the goat would represent Satan.
Yeah.
And he is seated on a wooden throne. And the wooden throne is being supported by 2 people. In the hand of this goat is a decapitated head.
Yes.
And of course, we're finding decapitated bodies all over America. And
this was from 1989. I was in 1989. I would have been 13 years old. Yeah, 13 years old. I don't remember a surge of decapitated heads being discovered throughout America. But then again, you know, just like that other guy with the mustache, you know, I may not remember the details of the severed heads. You know, I don't remember the details, but I do know that things happened at a brief period of time until they stopped. And then if they started again, then they would eventually stop once they did the thing to the other thing that they were doing to it originally.
that is a common way for a Satanist ritual.
This time I threw sand in my...
Decapitation.
Okay, Mandy, once again, great memory, but I didn't throw sand in his face, okay? I'm going to have to tell his story now when we're trying to be concentrating on Satan, but thank you for getting me off topic now. I was in the back, and I'm going to tell his story fucking again. It's not a great story, but I'm going to tell it again because you guys are getting it wrong, Mandy. We were in the back of my dad's pickup truck, and he was driving somewhere. I think it was like after baseball practice. And my dad had been hauling something that left sand and like dirt and shit in the back of it. And I told my friend, his name was Asa Akers. Okay, seriously, that's his name. Well, it was his name. I'm sure it still is his name. And so I said, hey, Asa, why don't you sing opera? And he goes, ah! And they picked up a bunch of sand and dirt, and I threw it right in his mouth. And he didn't like it. He didn't think it was so funny. I did, and I still do. But that's the story. I didn't throw it in his face. I threw it in his mouth. Can we please keep that and remember the details of this, please, from now on?
And so he's holding this decapitated head.
Yes.
Which emphasizes the bloodletting ritual and the murder.
Of course.
And then the throne is lifted up and being carried on the shoulders of two men.
Yeah.
The man in the foreground is wearing a mitred hat, which we know to be the hat of a pope.
Uh-huh.
And so that man represents organized religion or the church. Behind him is another man who is carrying the throne of Satan not only on his shoulders but across his neck, like the stocks would have him in bondage. And that man has horns and a forked tongue.
So is this what we're doing? Is we're stopping the satanic power hours so I can talk about all the stupid inconsequential things as I did as a kid. Yes, freshman year of high school, during cross country, my friend Robert Stein and it was mostly Robert Stein. We would, instead of running cross country, we would go smoke marijuana just as teens. Now I do not do this. I'm saying when I was a teenager, freshman in high school, instead of running cross country, I would smoke weed, and then we went down the creek, and then we found gigantic breadfruit, and we threw them at people playing tennis at a country club until the cops came, and then we ran away, and the cops didn't feel like chasing us to the creek. I'm not telling any more fucking stories because we need to concentrate on the fact that Satan is vomiting up fruit by a foot.
Look at that, you think, oh, this is one of Satan's demons. And yet, if you look carefully, his hands are very prominent in the picture, and they have nail marks in them.
Oh.
And the only man depicted throughout history with nail marks is Jesus Christ. And so what this thing is saying
Norton, Horton.
And the church will support...
Good. You guys have a good memory, and it scares me.
And in addition to that, then there's the sea of blood that is flowing into a huge sea below Satan. That all the faces are down in the sea that he has taken captive and have become his victim. And the very in the forefront, there is a face that if you take that face and put it up against the face of George Washington, you'll see that they're almost the same. I mean, they're so...
Whoa! George Washington! Am I... Oh, you guys can't even see this. Hold on a second. Old Honest George. Hold on. You got to see George Washington. She is claiming that this is George Washington's head. Sorry, I didn't know that was cut off. This is George Washington. You're seeing George Washington right now, ladies and gentlemen. So Slayer, not only... satanic, they also hate old honest George Washington.
So what we're saying here is that Satanism is going to take over our country and that it is going to be brought in and supported by Christ himself and the organized church. That is blatant evangelization and propaganda being shared with thousands of young people through music. I think the greatest tool to desensitize America has been media in general, whether it is...
We need to ban media.
Toys, games, whether it is music, they all have played an important part.
They all carry a message, don't they?
Absolutely, and of course in the life of the teenager, the two single most factors that we see is music and a game called Dungeons.
Debate and discussion.
And then of course trailing very closely behind that.
Movies. Come on, movies.
Is the amount of occult information that is put out through...
Ban media! Then we'll never become Satanists! Because we'll be too bored.
Into a very small store, David. This was, I mean, maybe as...
This woman claiming she could fit into a small store, that's funny just by itself.
This was a
She's large.
We found 119 videos on the occult. in one small store. And we have a video in America that is on our shelves that has been banned in 46 countries. And it was so popular, it has faces of 1, 2, 3, and 4. And in that video, it shows...
Oh, shut up, Mark Walker text.
Everything that you would never want to see or hope your child would never see in the way of death scenes, including some decapitation occult rituals.
Parents should be alert to the warning signs that show their kids are involved in occults.
Entering small stores.
The clothing, jewelry, and symbols used. There is the classic pentagram, worn inverted by the Satanist, the broken cross or peace sign, the inverted cross, the horned hand sign, the goat
Yeah, I was doing it wrong. You're right.
666 sign, and many others.
Yes, anarchy.
For involvement in occult games like the Ouija board or in dark role-playing games.
I would tell them, especially the parents with the young people, this is not a phase. Know what your young people are doing. Talk to your young people. Communicate. Don't fluff it off.
Overrated.
Check everything. There's nothing wrong with asking them where they're going, what they're doing. There's nothing wrong with checking out their music and books they're reading. The parents need to care and communicate.
Satanists entrap young people in several ways.
Drugs.
At sex parties, they take snapshots of their victims for use of blackmail, or they'll involve the unsuspecting victim in their darkest rituals, perhaps animal or human sacrifice. They will get the teenager to offer his blood or even a finger to Satan.
Okay, wait. So this is like introductory to why is satanic blackmail? Why is it being cut off? For some reason that it's actually just cut off on the video. Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, my question is, like, with satanic blackmail, like, okay, explicit photos, I get that, but involve victim in sacrifice, like, wouldn't that be a deal breaker? Like, okay, yeah, you got some nudes of me, but you want me to kill some children and say, Hail Satan, I'm not really so much into that scene. But apparently that doesn't matter if you're, got the Dungeons and Dragons, you got the drugs and more drugs and all that jazz.
Blackmail and even outright threats keep a teenage victim.
I was rambling there, sorry.
Some victims see suicide as their only escape. The tragic legacy of Satanism.
The message I like to give to parents is that
don't come to me for advice.
Children. Understand them, talk to them, communicate with them. Always find a time
to grow your ears.
Make a point to go to their room.
Yes.
Or sitting in the living room and talk about their school, their friends. 10 to 15 minutes each day is more than enough. Although everybody will surprise, 10, 15 minutes, that's all you're asking? Yes, because they don't talk even 5 minutes in weeks. So 10 to 15 minutes. That's first thing. Second thing is that at least once in a month.
Put them in a wheelbarrow. Go down the street with the wheelbarrow.
Have a picnic or go out somewhere. Half an hour, 1 hour. It gives them a feeling of belonging, a relationship.
In addition to the personal involvement,
feeling of belongings,
people can also work against Satanism at the community level. Many schools and organizations
high school seminar
on Satanism. Some communities have gone even farther than that.
Recruitment is a major part of Satanism, but it's one of the most instantly denied things by the Satanists. And yet it's such a problem that even on our public school campuses, now school boards are having to take direct action against it. I'm reading from the Carl Sandburg High School 1990
okay.
Handbook.
Cool. That's where I went. Ryan Sandberg.
The Board of Education hereby finds that the presence of Satanism and related activities has surfaced in society and that such practices, when present or urged upon other students,
love that slap bass.
Interference within a public high school district, in that such practices fall
3M, providing the community with valuable services and high-tech products. 3M.
Carl Sandburg High School is the #3 school academically in the United States.
Wow! Chicago. Good job, Carl.
No student shall engage in any Satanism-related activity, including, but not limited to the following. Number 1.
Am I on hold? This music sounds like I'm on hold. Thank you, 019. I appreciate it. Hold on.
In any satanic ritual or practice.
My doctor never picks up. This is the problem.
Physical violence upon any other person or living thing. Thirdly, they are not permitted to wear, use, distribute, display, or sell any clothing, jewelry, emblem, badge, sign, or other item which is commonly associated with the affiliation with or practice of Satanism. What I'm trying to say to
I'm just going to hang up.
these 3 areas of recruitment: high school campuses, military bases,
Oh!
daycare centers.
Okay. Sorry, I need to stop that right now. Every section of his face came from a different person. Yeah, right. Like it came from people. That's a good one. So we got high schools. Okay, I can understand that because, you know, kids, satanic kids, like, hey, Joe, if their friend's name is Joe, they're like, hey, Joe, you want to worship Satan with me? And Joe's like, I got to do homework. He's like, well, after the homework, he's like, yeah, sure, we'll worship Satan. I get high schools. Military bases. That one, in conjunction with the one that follows, daycares. So we go from something plausible to the United States military and babies. So you just go to a daycare and you're like, you know, talking to the 3-year-olds and you're like, hey, can you say Satan? And the kid like says it wrong because 3-year-olds are dumb as shit. And you're just like, hey, can you say Satan to me? And they're like, Stan. And you're like, no, that is all wrong. God, why did I choose to go to the daycare when I could have gone to the military base? Because at least those motherfuckers can say the word Satan. These children cannot. So if you're going to a daycare to recruit people for Satanism, you're in the wrong place. Go to the military base. You'll have to convert them from being Nazis into being Satanists, or just go to the high school, unless if you're too old or too young, because they won't let you study there, and they'll yell at you, and you'll have to escape.
I'm most obviously connected with, first, the high school campus. And
you're connected with several strokes in your face.
My point, though, is that so much activity is...
Wait a minute. The stroke on his face changed from the left to the right.
Taking place.
Look. How did the left side, my left for him, side of his face was melting, and now it's the right side? Am I making this up, or is this actually...
that school boards are having to enact policy.
Yeah, now it's switching! He had a stroke on both sides of his face, and now it just alternates.
And how to deal with it. This isn't...
That reminds me of that Cromartie High School episode where the guy's nose hair changes nostrils.
You should see from a town in our community, Arlington, Texas.
That's not my community.
Well, this Halloween, you might see a series of schools, but you won't.
She's wearing chainmail shoulder pads.
The school district is banning skulls, witches, brooms, and the like because of parent concerns that some Halloween costumes can be linked to devil worship and satanic cults. Channel 4's Ken Capps has more on that story.
Playful screams on Arlington playgrounds mean back to school and recess. But there won't be any shrieks or screams by these kids clothed in goblin garb this Halloween.
We will kill them all before they have a chance to resist.
Are expelled.
And when you see children in elementary levels coming with Freddy Krueger and their fingers have the knives or whatever.
Freddy Krueger now. Freddy Krueger is now a Satanist. Okay.
He has, and the grossness of the costumes, we thought we can do better.
Freddy Krueger.
Atherton Principal Shirley Cole has her kids decorating a school display area with pressed leaves and a stuffed scarecrow.
All they can do is dress up as either a rock or a very large rock.
announced that they'll be playing the parts of their favorite book characters. October is book month.
Which will do two things. It'll give those children an opportunity to dress in costume. Also will encourage them to read.
We don't like kids having fun. Oh, I think this is, we're wrapping it up.
In the lives of those who are trapped and in the lives of those who help them escape. Yet those we have interviewed expressed a profound hope for those.
I want you to love me. I want you to love me.
And your counselors, but it's going to take something stronger in some of these cases. And a good old-fashioned prayer meeting won't hurt anything.
For everyone, I don't care what the situation.
So the number one importance is the cohesive relationship among the family members. Then the kid who has some belief in God, I think he's.
But what if Satan is God?
Because
what if?
And because there's a cross, there's hope. And
lacrosse.
Second-handed hope.
I had a choice to make, and I chose life. I knew I was about to die and that I was going to hell.
What the Satanist is looking for in the long term, he's looking for God. He's looking for that thing that he can worship.
Dennis Eckersley. That's a very good baseball reference. 019. Well, oh.
Recently, my brother asked me the question. He said, where was Satanism when we were kids? Why didn't we get into it? Why didn't we know about it?
You missed out, sucker.
It is a more recent phenomenon on the social life of the students and the kids of America. In looking at what you have just seen, consider it. Remember what's been said. Remember the people.
What was that cartoon with Louis Anderson?
Never
it was like
to ever be sitting on a
no, wait, that was Camp Candy. Sorry.
And talk about Satanism. We've done our best in researching these people to qualify both their character and their claims. We believe in them.
I think if this guy got into a car accident, he'd actually look better.
Join me and give a few of his thoughts on what he's seen. A man I hold in great esteem. He's general manager of this corporation, and when we went into this thing together, we didn't go into it foolishly or with some kind of entertainment in mind. We went in with a cause. Al Reaver, I'm glad you're with me.
Al Reaver.
I went into my part of it with fear and trembling because of the fine line between something that you really are trying to give information on and just giving information. And I feel like that our television department has done a good job in staying on the right side of that line.
Good one, Power Mad.
There are some who have watched the video and they have a question in the back of their mind, and they're saying to them,
God, bad teeth running their family.
The existence of Satan. Well, see, that's not the question that we were approaching.
I got a gap big enough for a corn cob to go straight through my throat.
What we're trying to do, and I feel have accomplished, is we have shown that Satanism is very real. The consequences of Satanism are very
If Power Mad's being serious about the phosphorus grenade, I really honestly don't care.
Of Satanism.
It's
where a person goes with that is something that
he's the I figured it out. He's the fat guy from Paprika, the Amine. Remember the fat guy in Paprika? He's the computer programmer. That's who he is. I figured it out. I did it.
They're going to have to ask themselves some very serious questions. But the signs, the evidences...
I nailed that.
...going on around, and especially on high school campuses, things that I've seen where normally I just drive onto a school campus, and let my teenager out and drive off.
Doesn't matter which one.
Campus, and I looked over, and under a tree was a large group of young people, all of them, every single one of them dressed in black.
Oh, my God.
There's no reason for that. Unless, and then it clicked. There's probably something going on. Did you know, Dave, I watched it over a period of days, and one day as I drove by, I saw two boys there fighting. Everybody just standing there, just grinning. And when I say fighting, I don't mean just kind of hugging and rolling around in the dirt. One of them was holding...
That's not fighting, sir. And trust me, I've been the victim of fighting many times. That's hugging and rolling around in the dirt. That's completely different. That's when a man loves a woman or another man, they hug and then they roll in the dirt. Okay? Fighting is fighting, and I'm sure fighting existed back when, you know, in the 1800s when you were born, sir. But I'm fairly certain that fighting isn't a new concept.
Over his head and was kicking him in the stomach. It was vicious, it was cruel, and it went exactly in line. I slowed down, almost came to a stop to see if there was anything to do, and he let the boy go, and the boy took off running. But just to see and know what is happening on our high school campuses ought to put the fear into people, and enough to start to take some action.
So, to summarize, our schools are under siege because kids are wearing black under a tree and they're not hugging and rolling around in the dirt. Those are the two factors why America is doomed in 1989.
Well, our campuses are beginning to be more violent than they've ever been. There's more at stake than there's ever been.
Steak.
Today, we have, through this video, shared with you what we see as the trends, some consequences. I don't think we're prepared for it in America.
I don't think your turtleneck is prepared for it.
Enough answers to really help, but at least we have tried to do something to bring an awareness of what many people, especially those on the fringes of Satanism, are denying exists. They're saying there is no such thing.
There is no tree.
Families of 15 dead people in Matamoros. Ask the families of the Night Stalker's victims. It's very real. Are you prepared for it? I'm Dave Reaver. Thank you for being part of this program today.
Thank you. Thank you. That was... Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, it's about Cool World. She's doing $700 of cocaine. $700 of cocaine on her head. How would you like a spider on your head? Called me, Dave Rover. Fort Worth. Very worthful. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was the exciting, wonderful world of Satan, who apparently just fucked the shit out of us back in 1989. I'm glad we finally got over the satanic epidemic. Speaking of flubbing lines, I would like to say that I've got a new game from that awful shithole company. It's like Click Dick or Yabby Games or Flipwad, or I don't know what it is. It's called Contraband Police Demo, and I'm going to actually read the instructions or the description to you here. Hold on, I'm using my smartphone, my cellular device. She's got a boyfriend and he really sucks, and now there's a spider on her head. Okay. Hi. I always like it when emails start with hi because it seems so friendly. It seems like really personable, especially with an exclamation point. Hi. If it was just hi with a comma, I'd be like, but they're like, hi. Here is a demo. It's in all caps and bold of Contraband Police. Happy face. Teet, teet. That kind of happy face. It will be released. It will be released next few days. So it's an exclusive, non-public preview access for selected media. There is no embargo. Please feel free to publish all materials from it. Please be so kind to add a link somewhere. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not mentioning it. Contraband Police. Here we go. Description. You are a border police inspector in a communist country of the early 1980s. Period. Every second driver is a smuggler, and the vehicles are stuffed with hidden contraband. Documents, vehicles, cargo, everything is subject to detailed control. Contraband Police is a border post commander simulator. Check drivers' documents and the technical condition of their vehicles. Look for hidden contraband and finally issue or refuse permission to enter the country. I played a game like this before. I thought it was the same one, but that one was like Euro contraband simulator by a completely different company, which is really sad when you think about it. Oh, this is by they always end with here. Let me show you this email. It's really they're like, if you like the screenshot, you'll like it 3 fucking times. Cause here it is, 3 times the screenshot. Contraband police, contraband police, contraband police, contraband police, contraband police. We're going to contraband police. She was a 16-year-old, went to a party down in Bakersville. She got knocked up, a spider on her head. She had her fill. Ooh, this is nice. I guess something else should be here, but this is just a demo, so I'm not going to judge it that hardly. 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 I'm not going to judge that harshly. Sorry, Satan knocked the words out of my mouth. So we're in a Soviet country in the 80s. Karakataka border crossing, Akaristan. Okay. Who is laughing? Oh my God, I'm nothing. I'm suffering from an internal crisis here. I'm nobody. I'm the seat. Keeping it steady at 60 kilometers per hour. That's very good, sir. Existential crisis, the game. What am I? Oh, okay. That hat is not very... Am I talking about my real life or the game? Oh shit. Oh my God! Sir, your arm! I don't know much about muscles, but I know that shouldn't be happening. Oh, here we go. E. See you later. I'm just a thought. And again, I'm small here. I'll shut the door for you. And police somehow is in English for reasons unknown. I was eating dog shit. Can you tell? Inspect. I will explain your work to you. Okay. First, go to the office and check facts for special orders. Okay. Yep. What? Okay. Open. Sir. Okay. That seems like a really easy way to avoid the gate, but then again, I'm no Soviet expert. Wow, this guy, look. This is like power dooring. We're open. We're closed. We're open. We're closed. This is a very small store, so there's satanic stuff in here. Here's how you can tell that it's from a different day. Okay, we got the fire extinguisher. Yep. Who's in custody? I'm in custody. Okay, we'll check the facts. Wow. Border control is tight. Jesus, we got a lot to do. Oh my God. Countries, okay, so vehicles. The Zagar 53, Micros 2060. I love the Micros 25. I was a big fan of, but then when the Micros 26D came stateside, I was just like, oh shit, yeah, because that thing, man, it can go from 0 to 60 in under an hour. And we got all these more. Oh my God, paper checks. No. Oh no. No. Oh my God. Evil David Cross. Yeah. Gee, we're not letting people in the country because they're missing a mirror? Oh no. Blades, blunts, bullets. Oh God. Okay. Yep. Family photos of barrels. Sacks, toilets. Okay, good. We have to be on the search for foreign toilets. Oh, Jesus Christ. Their flag just has a bear, like, looking at his hand. Like, what the fuck did I step on? Some Kazakhstan or something? Yep, the rally flag. Yep, okay. Yep, Urkel flag. Yeah, well, okay. I've read enough. Gonna shut the fuck out of this door. We're closed. Border is closed. Who's first? Come on in. Welcome to our country. We hate you. Stop, sir. I'm being yelled at by someone in a foreign language. See your papers. Okay. Okay, Sergei Korolov, okay. Vehicle type is Zaved. Do we know it's a Zaved? Yeah, okay, I get this. I played this fucking game before. This isn't new. I remember this, the little thingies. Oh. Okay, so I gotta... Hold on. Okay, DRX 10 something. No. I want this to be going away. He's in a Zaved with a license plate Dirks. Okay. Looking around here. Oh, broken window! You motherfucker! You're not getting in with that broken window, sir. I'm getting in. I am getting. Oh, yes, the child molester from a very foreign country. He is not getting in with that broken window. Nope. Okay. Should I let him in? How do I say no? Oh, I'm going to check out his, yeah. You got a broken window, so no. How do I get him crushed to death? Is this a thing? No, this is not a thing. I don't want him in. Is this a do not go in? Here, I'm gonna tell him the cop. Should I let him in? How do I say no? I don't know how to let this guy do I talk to him? Or do I hit the red button? I'm hitting the red button. That's it. Oh, I just wait his car. Okay. Help me understand. I don't okay, so I gotta give him his pass. Here we go. Broken window. You got a broken window. Did he have a missing bumper? I don't remember anything else. Hold on, I gotta look at your stupid ass car in your rotting wheels. Yep. One of your doors open. That's a penalty. I think that's it. Okay, and entry granted. Welcome to our shithole. Sir, you're... Oh, he closed the door. Good. Okay, who's next? Who's next? Somebody who's... Come on in. Perfect inspection! I inspected the hell out of that Soviet fucking communist car. Look at this little dickmobile. Shut up. Give me a break. Okay, I'm just looking at your car. Oh, that's something. You got wood paneling on just one side. Can take a look inside. Yeah. Oh, broken glass. That's going on your record, sir. If you ask for his passport, he hands it out the other window. What? No! You're playing hard to get, you motherfucker. Get out of the car. Give me your passport and get out. Okay, who the fuck are you? Algeria Sanarikov. Okay, yeah, we got this. Yep. Okay, Calto. September 19th. Uh-oh, entry permit. Wait. And it expired. Wait. Which one is... Do I match this? No. Oh, I matched this. Okay, and I matched this. And transit with... Oh my God. Oh shit, I forgot to dock him for the broken fucking window. Where did it go? Where's my paper? Where's my paper? Where's my precious paper? Dear God, go away. Oh, inspection report. Here we go. Broken window. You got one. Okay. Let's check out the rest of the car. Everything seems to be in order. He's got 2 windows. I don't think there's drugs and contraband in here, but let's open it up. See. Dear God. That is an abhorrent disaster. Congratulations. Does the license plate match? Wait, that's the passport. Vehicle type EAR 6594. No, that is the wrong license plate. You stole this vehicle. You're not getting in. You're not getting in our fabulous country. Okay. So how do I not let this man in? I don't want him. I don't want him in our beautiful country. That's wrong. That's wrong. Things are wrong. Paper background, vehicle type, vehicle weight. What's the is it registration number? No, it's registration number. He's got a fucking stolen license plate. Go back to the stamps. I don't remember what the stamps were. That's wrong. With this. Oh, here we go. Wait, what? Oh, the passport number. I'm stupid. So how do I say this is bad and wrong? Which one is this? God damn it. Give his paper back and stamp him red. Okay, I'll do that. Red stamp. I thought I had to like... You son of a bitch. Get the hell out of my stupid, shitty communist country. Here, I'm gonna block your way. Oh, what are you gonna do about it? Yeah, I know, that's tough shit, huh? Here. No, come back! I love you! Come back! No! Oh, okay. What? Oh, come on! I hate these games a lot. And I wish they would stop sending me them. This is the last vehicle I'm inspecting, by the way. I just want to find somebody who's got some cool-ass contraband. Okay, you got headlights. You got tire. Oh, flat fucking tire. Look at your dumb shit. Look at, oh, it broken window. This guy is, oh, look at that face. That's a face only nobody could love. Give it to me, come on. Yeah, you better believe it, because your car is a big old piece of shit. And it's not even a car, it's a truck. There's got to be contraband. Whoa, I'm inside. That was interesting. Okay. Whee! Hi. 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 I'm behind you. Damn. Okay. Well, I don't think he's got any contraband, but he's got a flat tire. He's got a... Is the windshield? Does he have a... No, he does. He has a windshield. God, this is the most... Oh, he's got broken headlights, too. Oh, he's getting the... He's totally getting this shit now. Hold on, I gotta match this dick shit up. Verlock. Passport. Vehicle. I can never remember how to match this shit up. Okay, passport number. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, inspection report. Flat tire. He has 1. Broken windows. Does he have 2? Oh, let's go back. Oops, let's go back and check. He's got... Shouldn't he have like more of his truck? He has no roof. He's got a convertible truck. He's got 1 broken window. He's got moss growing on his face like he's some sort of leper. Oops, I have inventory. Flat tire, broken window, broken lights. Missing mirrors. No, he's got them. Should we let this guy in? Yes or no? I'll leave this up to you guys, because personally, if it was up to me, I would just turn everybody away, because there's got to be better places than wherever the fuck I am. Contraband. I don't see any contraband though. Hey. Are you going to barista school, sir? Okay. No, I'm not letting him in. And I'm gonna make him drive with his trunk like that. Here you go. Inspection. You are denied, sir. Just wait for vengeance. Yeah, good luck driving, dumbass. What? What's wrong? What's wrong? Why can't you leave our shithole communist country? Huh? Come on. See you later. Let me ride with you. No, come back! I almost got in. Okay, last one. Jesus Christ, I am not good at this. Oh, I forgot to weigh the vehicle too. I'm just gonna do a cursory check because I want to see if he's got like nope, he's got an engine. You know how games are usually exciting? This one is not. This one is not in many ways. Give me your documents so I can deny them. I am accusing you, sir, of having 4 flat tires. No, 5, 6, 9 flat tires. All your windows are broken. 019, thank you again for the $1. I appreciate that. You have several broken lights. You have missing mirrors. Because there should be 9 mirrors on his car, I think. I can't go into negatives here. Okay, your name's wrong, expiration date's wrong, stamps wrong, paper background's wrong, vehicle weight's wrong, photos wrong, registration, cargo. No, cargo's okay. There we go. And oh wait, he's got no whatever that thing was. So I don't think you're gonna get in, sir. And denied. See you in hell. No! It's okay. Keep going. Just let me ride with you. No! Open your door again, sir! God damn it, when is anybody actually gonna have contraband? Jesus. This is the game that never... Oh, this guy's got contraband, and then it's going to end. Like, look at... I'm going to stop doing this. Because this guy definitely has contraband. Why else would you drive a truck that has things in the back of it if you weren't trying to do something illegal? I don't see anything, actually. Hey, sir. Hi. Can I breathe down your neck? Oh, your light's out. God, these people suck at growing facial hair. Okay, close this, open this up. That's a contraband engine, sir. That engine is illegal. Let's check out your papers. I don't care about any of this. Inspection report. Defected bodywork. Your bodywork has defected to another country. Weighs too much. You're not getting in. There you go. And take your papers. And that's a big entry denied, sir. Because our country's full. Build the wall, Comrade Trump. I totally got this guy's number. No. No. Run faster. Run. Yeah. Oh, God. I've done pretty well. Somehow. I've done well, it says. Now I can go to my apartment. Ah, yes, my apartment. Beautiful. Can I inspect my apartment? Woo! Negative $590. We did it. This is almost like me in real life, except there needs to be some more zeros on that. Okay, wow, that was fun. When I think of games where I inspect passports, I think of another game first, but then I think of this game at least 12th. So, yeah, we did it. We're going to end with the things that we end with, and you know what that is. Everybody, thank you for watching, and if you didn't watch, fuck off. I fucking hate you. And everybody, thank you for contributing and sending me money. And if you didn't send me money, then I still like you, but less so. But it's not like horrible. Like, I don't despise you. I just think of you less as a human being in general. Yoshandu presents.
Rated M for mature. Yoshandu presents Caves of Hell. Where am I? You're awake. Who the whoa, who was that? Well, wait a sec. Holy crap, I fell down in these caves. Shit. The rocks must have buried my exit. Looks like I'll have to find another way out. Yeah, sure, there's an exit. But there are many souls with weapons that are gonna be in your way. Oh my god, whoever this is. Holy shit, are you a ghost? Yes, you imbecile. I'm no imbecile. And what the hell did you mean by fucking ghosts and souls and guns? I want to get the hell out of here. What I meant was that a whole bunch of people from the past Lord Wars have died in this skeletal bodies and souls still remain down here in these caves of hell, involving their guns. So you're telling me I have to go through a whole bunch of shit, shoot a whole bunch of fucking monsters, just to get the fuck out of this cave? This is another realm of hell. Don't be stupid. Well, I'm gonna go through hell to get out of this hellhole.